Welcome back. I'm Natalia Bonner and I am so excited to be here again today and share this really cool sashing design. So this design is pretty simple. You could do it on really any quilt where you wanted to keep the sashing nice and kind of crisp, but add a little bit of curvature to it. So I'm going to be quilting out this design today. I'm going to actually show you a couple of different ways to quilt it, either with my mini inside out machine quilting ruler or my mini 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler. Before we do that though, before we hop over to the machine, I do want to tell you, because somebody is going to ask, what are you quilting on? So all of the quilting that you're going to see here, I am quilting on this awesome sample right here. This is my Bird of Paradise quilt. What is this quilt? Okay, all through 2022, I have this really fun, awesome new series called Let's Stitch a Year of Quilt Blocks. So on the first of every single month, I am releasing a brand new class where I will teach you 12 different ways to machine quilt the Bird of Paradise quilt block in January. February we'll move on to a different block, and so on and so on. We have all the details over on our website, peaceandquilt.com. But in addition to that, I also have a free stitch along that will last all of 2022. On the first Monday of every month, we'll release a video where I'll show you how to machine quilt that specific block. So in January, it will be the Bird of Paradise. February, it will be the Snowball, and so on. We'll work our way all through 2022. You guys, if you join this whole entire year-long stitch along, I'm going to teach you 156 new quilt block designs using free motion and ruler quilting. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait. But before we do all that, let's quilt out some sashings. Most quilts have a sashing like this one, so you need to quilt those. I am going to be doing all of my quilting here today on my Gamel 22-inch machine. This is hand-guided quilting using a ruler. So anytime you're doing machine quilting with rulers, you need to make sure you have a ruler foot on your machine. The Gamel machine comes with the standard foot, and that foot can be used for all of your ruler needs. It's a pretty awesome foot. I also am using one layer of the Quilter's Dream Poly Deluxe batting, and the thread that I'm using here is So Fine on my top and Bottom Line on my bobbin. So you can find all the details for these classes, these products, everything I'm using here today over on our website, peaceandquilt.com. All right, friends, let's hop over to my machine and let's get stitching. For this design, I'm beginning between two blocks. Now you will see at the bottom there is a straight line that I've stitched through the ditch between those two blocks. I did that because I'm going to stitch the same design going through my sashing horizontal. So that line will just be the edge of that other design. So starting out at the bottom of this section, I'll start with my needle in the bottom corner on each of those blocks. From there, I'll stitch a point-to-point curve simply using the top side of the mini 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler. Once I stitch to one side, then I'll travel up my ditch, moving up a 1/2 inch. Now I'm just eyeballing that. I'm not using a ruler to travel up the ditch. From there, then I'll repeat that process, lining up my mini 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler so the first marked line on that ruler is right on top of my previous stitch line. And from there, I'll continue working my way all the way across my design. You will notice I do have my Piece and Quilt Pop Socket ruler grip on my ruler. It just helps me keep my ruler nice and stable. We have those on our website, peaceandquilt.com. All right, now let's stitch that same design, but now we're going between the blocks across the quilt. So to stitch out this design, one thing you definitely want to pay attention when you're using the mini inside out machine quilting ruler, there are markings through that ruler. Line those markings up with the side of the sashing. If you line those up, you'll make sure that you keep your curve nice and consistent and the same curve going all the way across your design. I tell you this because I know from experience I did not do that and ended up with a funky little curve and had to do a little bit of ripping, which isn't my favorite. Anyways, I'll continue stitching here, working my way back and forth using the mini inside out machine quilting ruler. So you may ask, why did I choose to use that instead of continuing to use the mini 4-in-1 machine quilting ruler? The answer is I am most comfortable when I hold my ruler on the left side of my foot. Because I wanted this curve to go this specific direction, it felt most natural to switch to the mini inside out and work my way across this design. I hope you're all able to find just a little bit of inspiration from today's fun machine quilting video. We'd love to have you join us in this year-long stitch along or my online class, Let's Stitch a Bird of Paradise. Have a great day, everybody.